The concepts represented in Serial Experiments Lain are far too complicated to tie together and create a fully detailed synopsis. Lain is a show that can be viewed many times, each of which can have different, diverse perceptions of the information and messages portrayed in the story. Lain is reminiscent of The Matrix in the sense that the world they live in is fabricated, an illusion behind a bigger meaning. In The Matrix, Morpheus presents Neo with a red and blue pill and asks him whether he believes in fate. Neo replies with, "No, I don't like the idea I'm not in control of my life." And he swallows the red pill, and by his own will, he sees the world for what it really is. Neo and Lain are both the same, in the way that they're both destined to cleanse the corruption of the delusional world they live in. They're both the chosen ones. An interesting concept in Lain, however, is the God complex Masami Eiri presents. He refers to himself as God, the creator of the computer-like simulated world they live in. Lain, being a brilliant girl she is, finds a paradox that baffles Masami and disrupts the equilibrium of the very existence they live in. Oftentimes, when asked a person of faith what they think about the universe being infinite, they usually reply with impossible. The universe couldn't have always been around forever. Everything has to have an alpha and omega, a beginning and an end. It's scientifically proven that the universe is expanding outward, space growing ever so larger as time passes. If we work back the hands of time, we could see the universe at a very small point, a small portion of space. If time went backwards, we would see space close in on itself to a small point, the point of singularity as it's known. So small that the laws of physics, atomic structure, mathematics wouldn't longer apply. What can't be explained with science must be works of a higher being, a higher intelligent creator, perhaps. And that intelligent creator is what Masami Eiri claims to be. Lain, being as smart as she is, confronts Masami, the self-proclaimed god and father of the simulated world, a perplexing question.
What I don't understand is you, God.
God? You're talking to God. You are, aren't you?
If the concept of infinity is obsolete, and everything must have a beginning and an end, she asks God, then who created you? Nothing's infinite. Nothing could have been around forever, not even God. Everything has an inauguration. Where are your origins? How did you come to existence? What was before your time? She presents all these questions to Masami.
I'm omnipotent, do you hear me? I'm the one who gave you a body here in the real world. I gave you an ego.
So if that's true about me, what about you?
I'm different.
When you were inside the Wired, you were God, or so it seemed. But what about before the Wired ever came into existence? You were standing in for someone who was waiting for the Wired to reach its current state. You were just an acting God.
God, baffled by the question, doesn't come up with a response, but instead implodes on himself, and catastrophic outcomes follow, ultimately destroying himself. Just as a computer trying to obey a contradictory piece of code in a program, an illegal argument, an illogical algorithm or operation, resulting in guaranteed failure. The result is nothing more than broken code.
I promise you I'll always be right here. I'm right next to you. Forever.